back in the car. The world is right again. So happy to say that the car is running great. Got a little rainy day. Gonna be a little tough on the intro, but we'll figure it out. Just gotta decide where I'm gonna get a coffee from. All right, coffee achieved. Think I'm gonna go with mediums for a while. Drinking a lot of coffee, a little bit more coffee during the day than I have been. So instead of getting a large, toning it down with a medium, and it's a little too rainy. We're gonna have to take the coffee and do an intro inside. Doing the intro inside today. Welcome to today's video. As of recording on this Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, I had made a decision that I was gonna start ordering more stuff on Amazon with Target, not price matching, prices going up. So I put in one of those orders where you order $25 minimum and you get the same day delivery, because I did not pick up all of my groceries, all the supplies I needed using my buddy's car, and it was supposed to get delivered today and it did not. They kicked it to tomorrow. A little annoying, so I have to start off at Target and pick up a few things because I am completely out. Left the coffee in the car too. It was with the rain, there's just too much going on. There's a new update for the Switch 2, or the Nintendo Switch 20.3. Also, the first. This is Friday the 13th shirt. So it's a new one. The first Nintendo Direct in the Switch 2 era. And speaking of Switch, covered a lot of Switch lately. Big sales on some of the games. So yeah, we'll get into all that, including the new Venom t-shirt. So at Target, over by the Switch 2 area, instead of putting the Switch 2 consoles, because they don't have any, they have moved the games in here. So that they're putting something in here, which is better than nothing. But usually the games have been over on this side. But yeah, they're just kind of utilizing some space over here. Oh, and I saw some images that these were showing up at Target finally. Look at all these. So this is the thing I'm always saying to people, that if your Target does not have the figures you're looking for, give it another week, and stuff is stocking, especially when they have this price. So the Psylocke vs. Thanos Marvel Gameverse is going to be stocked at Target. So definitely head over to Target, keep an eye on it if you're on the hunt for this. So pretty cool to see. There's 4 of them here, plus the Fantastic Four. They have the Thing, which does have some weight. There's Sue Storm, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, and another Sue Storm. So, oh no, I'm sorry, that's the Silver Surfer. What am I looking at? I need a little refresher on Marvel. Feeling this would be here. I just, I saw some posts that, if you wait long enough, and it hasn't been that long of a wait. I want to say about a week and a half. They're here. If you can't find them, let me know, and I know a couple of my friends were still looking for these. If you can't, if your Target doesn't have them, I will come back, because I'm sure they're going to be stocked at the Target section. There's going to be an abundance of these, trust me. But I am here for a Target run. None of this there was no dairy, there was nothing in any of the refrigerators. It was all out of commish when I was here. So I really did a really kind of a bad shopping, especially not having my car. I just wasn't me. I also need toilet paper. So yeah, it's just nothing cold, because we have places to go. So I'm just gonna get some things that are gonna sit in the car for a little bit. Dish soap was one of the major things. I do have one coming from Amazon. I'm gonna have another one. I'm always gonna have 2 on hand now. I think I just went with this size. I'm gonna get the bigger size. We have the Charmin, the peanuts. This is what I came here for. So I'm just gonna head out, but had to stop here. Complete change of plans once I realized that my order got postponed, my delivery, for another day. Also, huge change in the weather. 20 degrees colder today than yesterday at this time, 24 hours ago, with the rain. This is actually the first time in a long time I'm wearing pants. I'm wearing jeans. It's been shorts. What a change of weather, what temperatures. Trying to get the little forecast here. Yeah, so it's it's gonna cool down a little bit. Now Best Buy has some good sales going on with Switch games. A few other retailers. We're gonna stop at Best Buy first, do a little update check on Octane Coffee. Still under, from the car of course, still under construction, but we're gonna run in and yeah, I'll meet you back inside here. Thought the rain was kind of slowing up, but yeah, it kind of started up again on the way here, so we'll go inside. It's coming down a little bit. I can do a little quick take out here. I actually left the handheld in the car. It's just easier to put the camera in my pocket if it, we come out and it's just like downpouring. So I am wearing my old sunglasses too, so I afraid to get the Ray-Bans wet. So I'm gonna be cautious. I'm sure they're water resistant, but gonna be safe. They're pricey sunglasses. I was looking for this when I walk in, but now, when I walked in the entrance over here, but now it's right in the front. And we'll stop by and say what's up to Shaq. Rainy Wednesday. Heard there's some great sales on Switch games here. Also on PlayStation 5 games on the Sonic Origins Plus, down to $27.99. And who could forget Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, $24.99. Now what really brought me here were the $19.99 sales, so a bunch of deals going on with the Sonic games on Switch and some other Nintendo Switch titles. Look at this, $20.99 for All-Star Brawl 2. Now a lot of these are available online also on other sites, on Amazon and over at Walmart, but I'll go over a few deals on some of the Switch games. Cyber Monday might have been on its way out. That was a while ago. But the savings are far from over, especially for Nintendo Switch enthusiasts. Best Buy is offering an incredible selection of discounted games that are for sure to excite both casual players and of course the hardcore gamers. See games like Mario Party down from $59.99 to $29.99. A bunch of deals on games $9, $10, $20 cheaper that we just saw in stores. We have the Sonic Origins Plus. All the Sonic games for the most part look like they are heavily discounted, and it's not just taking place at Best Buy. You can see Walmart coming in at $29.98 also from its $39.99 price point. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening down from $59.99 to $41.99. The Hasbro themed games from $39.99 down to $14.99. That is a huge deal to pick something up for 15 bucks. We all know about my little mishap with Splatoon 3. I picked mine up at the time for $39.99. The sale is back, down from $59.99 to $39.99. I think one of the more exciting sales is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, down from that $59.99 price point to $49.99 right now. So if you don't have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's a good time to pick it up. You can play online. 12 players. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, definitely a great time to pick it up. And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is on sale, down to $48.99. I just saw a lot of the games over here, a lot of discounted games, so definitely stop by Best Buy this week. Of course, the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is on sale at $24.99 here too. So, and Best Buy is not the only place that has some discounted games. Amazon running some deals too, along with Walmart. Didn't really see anything when I made that brief pit stop at Target, but Best Buy, Walmart, and Amazon right now have all the sales going on with the Switch games. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Fighting Collection, $24.88, so a little cheaper at Amazon. You have Roller Coaster Tycoon at $19.99. You do have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at Amazon for $52.90, a little higher than Best Buy, but for the most part, I think the same prices are pretty much falling in where Best Buy is. So if you have Amazon points, if you prefer to just have, shop on Prime, take a look at some of the Switch sales. And if you haven't picked up the Switch 2 yet, just keep an eye on Best Buy. Seems like every week or two, that sign does change from out of stock to in stock. And this gentleman is the first to confirm when Switch 2 make their way to Best Buy. By the way, NBA Jam is still here. It's just not plugged in. See, on a night like this, would have been perfect to grab a coffee over at Octane. So once this is done, this would have been great because I wanted to come out to Best Buy. It being rainy and everything, would have came here first, but then realizing, what, my My Amazon order got postponed. I need to pick up some things. Decided to go way on the opposite side of town and then kind of work my way over here, and actually gonna go a little bit more north than where I planned on to, so getting all over tonight. But Best Buy, like some of the sales they have here. I've not really had my eyes on any games. It didn't work out with Splatoon 3, but there was really nothing that, you know, I want to go out and get. But if I didn't have something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I probably would have picked it up. So cheapest I've seen that. So it was $49.99 Best Buy, a little higher, $52.99 at Amazon. The music was very challenging at Best Buy. I apologize. It was kind of a little rushed. Talked a little fast, kind of like the Micro Machine guy. When I was in there, just trying to working around everything happening. It seemed like they turned it down a little bit near the end, but I wanted to stay there a little bit longer and cover some more things. But we're at Hobby Lobby, and we're gonna cover it here. Actually, I haven't been to this location for a few weeks. It's been the other side of town, so it's either one or the other. But mostly it used to be here more than the other one. But lately, that's what I'm talking about, coffee. It's been the other location compared to this. And a little late to cover this, but 50% off of wall decor, marked home decor, going on through Saturday night, which is, look at this, August 2nd. That's right. Tomorrow is the last day of July already. So like the other Hobby Lobby, they have changed this wall right here has this, actually the same look. It's pretty cool. And then over here is the kind of your retro gaming area. So I thought, yeah, you know, we'll come here, talk a little bit about the new information about the Switch. And starting tomorrow, today, when you're watching this on the 31st, Nintendo will broadcast a new Direct presentation Thursday, July 31st. This is the first Nintendo Direct since we got our hands on the Switch 2. Nintendo says that the next Direct will highlight upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games from its publishing partners. That could mean appearances from games like Elden Ring, Tarnished Edition for Switch 2, Star Wars Outlaws for Switch 2, Hades 2, Professor Layton, and the New World of Steam, and dare I say it, I like that line, Hollow Knight Silksong. And I think this is what everyone was hoping for. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for updates from Nintendo's first-party offerings still to come in 2025, which include Metro Prime 4, Beyond, and Kirby Air Riders for Switch 2. So these are the two games that I know, you know, it's the first party that games like Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, these are the ones we want for Switch. This is what sets Switch apart from everybody else. So Metro Prime 4 Beyond and Kirby Air Riders are, you know, that's what we're hoping to hear, and we'll have to wait a little bit. And also, along with the 50% off, they are still doing the 66% on the Spring Shop. So it hasn't changed in the last couple of weeks. A little disappointing that we're not going to get any more information right now for Metro Prime 4. I think that is the most anticipated game to follow Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I was really hoping that was the whole point of the Nintendo Direct. Like, this is what they were going to talk about. So I'm interested what exactly they're going to go over. Don't know a lot about Kirby, but I just know that Metro Prime 4 is it's at the top of a lot of our lists, and definitely going to want to pick that one up. Still raining. And pulling into Walmart, rain has stopped. If I would have known this, I would have wore my Ray-Bans and got my first Walmart footage, because you know my filming issues at Walmart, kind of frowned upon when you're wearing the glasses. They'd never know. So I'm gonna go in without my handheld and just take the camera in. Cameras in use? They sure are. We're going in with one. Finished off yesterday's video talking about the Osmo Pocket 3 that I have not checked out yet. Might be easier to film. You know, there's an extender. It looks like a handle, but it's an actual battery, and the camera itself is pretty small, so it's, you know, they call it the pocket. Same with this, but I don't really have anything to hold on to this. I'm kind of just like, you know, holding it like this, holding the camera itself. So places like this might be a little bit easier to get some footage. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Gonna be switching to that camera very soon. Doesn't mean I won't be using this one anymore, but I will be using the new DJI very soon. Oh, they have that Chase figure, the Batman here for Super Friends. You know, that's the only one that I don't have. 1998. I never thought I would I'd see that again. They used to have arcade 1-ups here, and you know, with the new bar top on display, I wonder if they have that here. This would be a perfect spot. I'll do a little searching for it. Nothing here. It's a mess. I mean, every Walmart, especially this area, should have that Pac-Man bar top display. That would be a perfect spot. Came here many times before they kind of did their remodel, and always came across the arcade 1-ups, and now unfortunately they don't have any here. But there are some sales on some of the Switch games, just like we saw at Best Buy and Amazon. So the value games under $20 at Walmart. And that's gonna do it for today. They have the Switch 2 display here. Some of the accessories at this Walmart. Have not seen anything set up for Switch 2 at this Walmart. It's been a while since we were here, but it's always nice to stop by. One of my favorites back in the day. Well, thank you everybody for watching. See you guys next time. Wait, I never talked about the Switch 2 update 20.3.0 patch notes, released July 28th, 2025, just a few days ago as a recording of this. General system stability improvements to enhance the user's experience. So just a standard update, I would say. I actually walked back here thinking that we'd see the Megazord, the Power Rangers, but I don't see any display here or any of the figures. It'd be maybe somewhere in the front, but I'm not seeing it at this location. Not just the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Okay, if he's here this weekend, I will get it. It'll be meant to be. I was kind of like, do I make an impulse? It's a platinum. I mean, am I gonna see him again? But I'm gonna give it a few days, and then I'll know if it was meant to be, or if I just go with the ones that I have. Just missing him to have a complete, but then again, there's another wave coming out, so we'll see. Gonna pass tonight, but yeah, look at American Psycho. We were just talking about him yesterday. Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is. You have to say how nice it is having my car again. Like, it's just, there's a piece of me that's not, you know, that's not like missing. It took a little getting used to. This morning I left work a little earlier than I usually do. I'm starting to get there earlier and earlier, but I drove around for an extra 15, maybe 20 minutes, but 15 minutes to recharge as much as I could, to just have that confidence that, okay, my car's back. Like, I was afraid that, you know, something could happen. Waiting for another like sensor, something to light up on the dash. That didn't happen, and you know, with the rain coming down, it was just a weird night. And now that it's clear, you know, it's kind of a little later than usual. Had to meet up with Kelly. It was another busy night, just like yesterday. So just kind of going through all the commitments we have. So kind of running around. Thanks for coming along with me. Batman's there. I will definitely pick him up, and it's a shame that they don't have any arcade 1-ups here. They should really have that Pac-Man. I park so far away. Look how far back Walmart is. I am always gonna park far away from cars. See you tomorrow.